Welcome to BRL's Realistic Round 4 at Azerbaijan. I'm your commentator tonight, Rathel, and let's get on with it as soon as these drivers load in. Should be a good round for us this evening. Hopefully it's just a sunny run. I hope that there is no rain in Azerbaijan this time around, but we shall see. Got a lot on the table. Taylor clan leading the championship with 48 points. Shazam close with 45, Chandler 42, Ferrari Nut with 25, so it's a pretty big gap between the top three there. So the question is, who of those three are going to take those 1, 2, 3? Again, only about 6 points from 1 and 6, but after that it's a big 17-point gap down to Ferrari Nut. And Wrath in P5 for 22 points, Supply Raptor with 19 points, Minico with 16 points, Mean Fern with 15, Zach the Beast with 14, Feta with 12, Boss Cookie with 12, but then again, Boss Cookie had a DNF in Bahrain and was looking like a win there and was looking pretty strong in Imola and then had a disconnection, so we shall see what happens. As who got out there? That was a Red Bull, I believe. Is that Boss Cookie? No. It's Williams. Ferrari not getting out there nice and early. See what he has on board. Luciano also with 12 points, so there's a 12-point tie there, so there is that. Bailey in P13 with 9 points. Mumu with 8 points. Katra with 4 points. Trix has 3. And Ron Swanson with 1. Deer Hunter hasn't scored 1 yet. Toneless needs to get on the board, the same with KP. But again, depending on the cars, it might be slightly more difficult. Is that broken wing? No, it's safe. He's got both end plates. That's good. I was concerned for a moment. Ferrari not going on his run now. Hello to everyone in the chat. I am watching the chat, so if you have anything to say, I'd love to come out and hear it. Ferrari not getting out nicely on in the Williams, trying to see if he can get himself into Q2 perhaps tonight. Setting obviously provisional purple there. It's a very controlled lap. Not sure that's everything Ferrari Nut has into it, but it looked very smooth on the in and out and all through the steering, so maybe its gracefulness masks how fast it is and it seems slow with how smooth, but so far so good. KP21 getting out of the way. This Ferrari Nut have coming over the line. The Williams is able to get down a 42.3. It's not a bad start. We have behind, I believe that was Boss Cookie behind. No, it was KP21 that's closer, I guess. And that's a 43-1, so a little bit to go. There's that Deer Hunter in behind. Deer Hunter on the mediums, though. Perhaps has different and better pace to work with. We'll have to see. It's a 41-4, but again, that's on the mediums. So far, setting the pace that is needed. Boss Cookie, I believe, was in behind, but has invalidated. So right now, Deer Hunter is going to hold that position. Let's see who else is out there on a run. I believe that's Mean Fern. Going for a run now, but sets himself a banker time. Goes a bit deep into one though, so that's not going to help his time at the end. So he's just taking a few practice runs to get him ready for it. Taylor has a good time to work with. I believe that's Ichigo in behind, but he's just starting an out lap, so it'll be a hot one. So you're just trying to pick up a little bit of toe off of the Red Bull here. A little far back, but that's a 44. Track maybe still needs a little bit of evolution. We'll have a little bit more time with that. Let's see who else was on a run. Indico on a run on the softs, and the McLaren setting some good pace those already. Got a few cars I think just making it back to the pits. That might be Deer Hunter, KP21, Boss Cookie, but that's a teammate Feta Cheese out getting there for an out lap. Zach B still in the pits. Boss Cookie sets a 39.7, so there's a time to beat so far. Setting some good purples so far. Some yellow sectors going into sector 3 behind, but it's more than clear of that. And that's a 39 too, so the McLaren having the pace to do the one lap slap around here. That's good. Teammates trying to get another lap down. Taylor on a lap. No, probably gonna come back into the pits. I don't think that's an improvement though. No, just going for practice, I guess. Boss Cookie is going around, but I don't think he's improving much. Where's Shazam? Started himself out in sector 1. Alphanesis comes out behind him on his out lap, so that's good. Just gotta get around Blue, so Luciano. Setting purple sectors for himself as well, as they're all getting through their first lap, so what does Feta have coming down over the line? That's gonna be P5. That's a 40.8 on the medium. It's not bad. Might be a safe enough time to come into the pits. So someone's around, an Alpha Tauri of Deer Hunter, maybe just getting out of the way of traffic, or somebody that he thought was traffic of Toneless, but good on him if that's so. Let's see. Maybe that's Mean Fern. Is that Mean Fern? Yeah, into the pits. She's back out there for another run. Minico going into the pits. Yeah. Being followed by Ichigo. And Ichigo hits the wall and is out. Okay. I'm not quite sure what that was, but we'll see. Shazam goes fastest overall in the Mercedes, so that's good from him. that's a 39.1. Who else is on the run? Toneless is on his out lap. Alphanesis is starting a run now. Luciano on a run. I don't know if that's Deer Hunter going for another one or coming into the pits, but might be BRL Phantom starting his lap as well. Everybody else returning to the pits, it seems. Only driver out there on a run. No, Toneless is there. Is that Moo on a late run? He's invalidated, so that's no good for him. Veyron on his out lap, so yeah, Lou should be the next driver to come across the line. Getting a good line through those corners. Pushing that Aston Martin very well through the last sector. What do we have at the end of the lap, though? It's 47. So, not bad. It puts him up to P5 for now. Does push down those medium runners, so definitely the benchmark you wanted to beat. To make those guys need to run again, if so. Taylor probably finishing and coming into the pits, or he's going to go for a run this time around after bowing out, so. Or is comfortable in his time and just wants to keep pushing for more, so we'll have to see. Mumu is done. Veyron still on his way through. Toneless, I believe, was almost on his lap. What did he come out to as well? Casually P2. Very nice, Miniko. Very nice. Toneless sets himself a decent time just ahead of his teammate. Phantom comes down over the line. It's a little bit slower than the Williams, so that's not going to help out his run. Avoids the wall nicely there, though. Zach's still in the pit. Meanfern going down for a lap now. So, a few drivers out there to get it done. Supply Raptor at the end of the sector as well. But Luciano's probably going to go into the pit. Katra, I didn't see what happened to her, but she is retired in the pits as well. I don't know how that wasn't an invalidation there for Supply Raptor, but so far so good. And Shazam retires in pits, okay. That's going to be P6 for now. Not bad for the Alpha Tauri. Let's see. I think that was the lone Sprightly out starting on his out lap. But in behind him, there's a bit of traffic. Is that Feta back out on a run? Not quite improving, it seems, this time. Maybe going for a run now. Does have a few other drivers for company behind. Mumu keeps going. Okay, so Mumu sets himself P4 in the Alpine. So, very good for Mumu to set in that time. That's looking pretty competitive up there. So, good on him. Let's see. Meanfern improves. That's a P11, so that's good for Meanfern. Gets him into a safer margin. What is going on? Drivers trying to get their way through. That's right on the racing line, though. Oh, that's... I don't know if that was in the way of Sprightly's lap. I know they're in the Haas, but in theory, they can still get themselves out of Q1 with just a decent lap, so... They have wing damage, though? Yeah. Bad wing damage. Where's Alphanesis? Trying to get a lap down now. Zach is still in the pits, yet to... Oh, maybe he's on his way out. Yeah, on his way out now to get out there. Sprightly into the pits. I'm not sure they're going to have time to get back around again. Hopefully they can. But we'll see. Who else? Deer Hunter out lap. A few drivers coming into the pits. Infern goes again. Boss Cookie still going again as well. Fly Raptor retires in the pits. AP21 back out there. Phantom back out there. So both the Alfa Romeos trying to get themselves out. Alphanesis sets himself right up there. So that's a 38.7 from the Mercedes. So good on them. Good to see both Mercs up there 1-2 and out of Q1. We have finishing a lap. I believe that's KP21 on the finishing corners. Ferrari Nut as well ahead. Coming to the line. Yeah, improves by a bit. That's going to be harder to beat. KP21, what do you have in return? It's not going to be enough this time, but does have enough for another lap, so probably is going to go for one more. Fern just getting out there, and now Zach starting a run. It's starting to get a little cloudy, so the temperature's changed, and maybe that's what they were waiting for, was cooler track. Who else is finishing a run now? Is that Boss Cookie back around? He's gonna go back to the pits. Let's see, Mean Fern. Gonna keep going for one more. He's gonna go for one more. KP21 still on a run. Phantom on his out lap will get to the line just in time with 17 seconds to spare. Deer Hunter still on a run. There's also Lou out there following him, so they're making some improvements. Alphanesis bows out of his lap. That's it for him. So what does Lou and Deer Hunter have? I'm sorry, I don't mean to switch off one or the other. I'm just trying to get the end of the lap. Ferrari Nut into the pits. Okay. AP21. It's going to improve. It's not going to be enough. Big improvement from Zach to put himself up to P6. And Sprightly is done as well, so that's our top 20 right there from what it looks like. Bayron cemented himself out of it with the Alpine, but maybe we're doing well. I was out of that set. Infern into the pits. Phantom's lost his entire wing, but he survives. Well, that's good for him. Beta into the pits. Everybody else retires. Awesome. There we go. On to Q2. And our bottom 5 that we lost out is Phantom, KP21, Ichigo, and Sprightly, and Catra. So, unfortunately, the 2 Alfa Romeos, the 2 Haas's, the 2 Williams do get themselves out. Toneless just makes the line, so beats it by 3/10 on Phantom, so good on them. But a few drivers getting out there trying out the mediums, maybe not using that strategy, maybe they are, who knows, we'll have to see as we get into Q2. Got a little dark at the end. Hopefully there's no wet for Q2. But that would make for open tire choice. No, it looks like it's perfectly fine at this point. A little cloudy, but not so much as rain per se. Ferrari Nut gets himself back out there again. And then who else do we have? Supply Raptor getting himself out there. Oh, and now here comes the stampede. Is that Boss Cookie? It is. Is that Shazam in behind? No, it's Alphanesis. McLaren, a Feta as well, so the 3 of them all came out at the same time. Is that Mean Fern on his way out? It is, so a few more of them looking at it. Looks like Deer Hunter on his parade out of the pits now too, so everybody getting out there early to set up banker time in, so that's good. Riding along board with Ferrari Nut as they start their lap. Looks like they do have Shazam on their way out of the pit, as a few more drivers made their way out, such as Minico and Taylor. As well as, I believe that might have been Mumu as well. Got out into that train. So it seems a few drivers might want to get a little bit of a tow, and that's what they're looking for. Supply Raptor on the mediums though, looking for that alt strategy. Will they have the pace on the Alpha in the AlphaTauri to do that? I'm not sure, but might be interesting to see. Lots of drivers choosing that alt strategy, so Shazam getting out of the way, yielding nicely. Thank you, sir. Oh, is that Feta off? Or Minico on their outlap, just getting out of the way for other drivers. No, that's definitely Feta. Overcooked it a little bit, perhaps. Supply Raptor goes fastest on those mediums. That's a 44.04. So good on them. Put themselves up there into a safe position. We'll see how safe it is coming through. Blue starts their run. Boss Cookie, I believe, is in behind on mediums. What do they have to answer? It's a little bit faster. It's a 39.3. Sorry. Alphanesis with a 39 too, so improving that a little bit more. Who else do we have on a run? Is that Deer Hunter coming to finish a lap? I do believe so. On the softs with no fuel, what does Deer Hunter produce? It's a 39.8. Perhaps he can go a little bit more, but that's a pretty decent time for Deer Hunter. Maybe just a bit to beat out these medium runners, but yeah, might be difficult in the Alpha Tower compared to the Merc and Red Bull. Taylor finishing his medium run with 39.4, so a lot of 39s popping up at this point. I believe that's Moo to cross the line now. It's a 40.8. Not bad on the softs, but needs to dig a little bit deeper to maybe be safe. But for now, not a bad time. Pumps out Ferrari nut. But lots of drivers on their way through. Mercedes of Shazam on their run through. It is. They have a 39.2, so just behind their teammate. So very competitive times for both of them. And is that Veyron finishing? No, starting a run, and Lou to finish a run. So Lou wants to dig a little bit more. Maybe had to get out of the way for traffic, or had some sort of issue, or he just bowed out of it instead. Both the Alpha Tauris going slow with limited fuel, so this guy's definitely trying to play the low fuel strategy around here. Taylor low on fuel, but has plenty to get to the pits. He's probably on his way into the pits as well, same with Taylor. So everyone looking like they're reloading for another lap, as Toneless is just getting a bit of a toe, if he can. Get a little bit over the line to start his lap. Veyron finishing his run on his way through, I believe so. That's going to be P8 for Veyron. Not bad for him. Lou goes P6 on the mediums with his second attempt out there. And it looks like Feta is starting their run. Minico a little bit back up the road, about to start their run. So looks like the two McLarens about to get it done. Hopefully for themselves. Toneless, the next driver to, I believe, finish a lap. Fighting the Williams a little bit through the corners, but so far so good. Some traffic in sector 2, but hopefully everyone's getting out of the way. I know McLaren of Feta is trying to get a lap in. Maybe he had to bow out of it because of traffic. Hopefully not. So there is a few cars over there. Does Toneless have to the line? It's a 41.7, so not bad. What has Feta got going on here? Driver getting out of his way of Luciano. Minico is invalidated, but probably going to recharge and go for another one. almost hits the wall and validates the end of that lap. Did not like it, I guess, but invalidates again. That's not gonna be good. That's a tire in the wall. That's an odd thing to see. Minico into the pits. He is. Oh, didn't want to hit the back of the ass and takes a little bit of an alternative line. Zach getting himself out a little bit later. Again, going for that kind of one lap slap situation. Perhaps there's a little bit more fuel on board. What has Zach got in the tank? Is it enough to keep him clear and safe into Q3? I don't believe Supply Raptor. Yeah, Supply Raptors have validated. So yeah, it's just down to Zach. Setting himself purples. To the line. That's going to set himself P7. So it's a 40.3. Maybe he wants a little bit more out of the Ferrari, but the track might not quite be there with no tow. So, almost getting back out there. Seems like a few drivers are getting back out there to start a run. I believe that was Ferrari starting on a run in the Williams again, trying to get himself into Q3 if possible. But I'm not sure that's going to be possible with the McLarens getting ready for a run. Minico back out there with some more fuel for another run. Zach, I believe, will come into the pit or do another run after that one. That's Deer Hunter on an out lap. Yeah, it is. So a lot of these guys trying to get on with everyone out there. The two Alpines, I believe, are out there. Getting out of the way for Zach, though. Toneless getting out of the way for his teammate, respectively. Let's see, as a bunch of these drivers are going to be starting a lap and finishing towards the end, so... This might be the better race tire. I'm not sure it's the better quality tire. Alphanesis has that time down. But, what does Minico have? That is a 39.4 right up there with the Red Bulls. Puts himself in between Taylor and Boss Cookie, so good representative time. Boss Cookie out on a run. Taylor, I believe, out on an out lap. And is that Deer Hunter on a lap? It is. He's setting good times for himself. His teammate ahead is just about to start a lap. Oh, but Deer Hunter has hit the wall. I don't know if that's gonna help him right now, but it's an improvement, but not by a lot. But it might be safe. We'll have to see. That is the flag, so any laps are final laps. Mercs make it through. Mumu improves quite a bit on the softs to the end. What does Veyron have? Can he improve quite a bit on the softs? It looks like he does have it. Moves up to P9, might be safe. Puts Zach into a danger position of P10. Anybody else could bump him down. Ferrari Nut doesn't seem to have it this lap. Toneless going for the run. Does he have it in the tank? Williams not quite having the pace, but improving quite a bit. So there is that. Feta on the run. Has invalidated, so that McLaren is out of qualifying. That being said, I don't think anybody else really needs to improve their laps, per se. Minico coming in. Boss Cookie into the pits. I believe Deer Hunter and all the others will probably be coming into the pits now. Taylor Dude is making an improvement, though. Is he going to bank it on the softs in the end? He is. That's going to be a 38.8, so Taylor's going to take the fastest lap of Q2. Going for an alternate strategy from his teammate, maybe to open up the pit box. Or prefers the soft to medium strategy more. Who bows out of his run, doesn't need to complete a lap. Deer having wing damage, I don't think he's going to be able to make any impression, and does not, so. But he is safe, so that is that. Zach's a lucky, oh, Zach's P11, so I don't know how lucky Zach is. But both the AlphaTauris make it through, so there is that. Both the AlphaTauris and both the Alpines make it through. Luciano of Aston Martin. And yeah, so no Ferraris Q3. It's a bad day for Ferrari, and I think they knew that they're not going to have it this weekend, which is understandable. That is going to be our top 10 moving forward. But Taylor Clan taking the fastest lap on those softs right at the end of the session. Setting a 38.8. And we lost out Zach, Ferrari Nut, Toneless, Feta, and Mean Fern. And Mean Fern and Feta not getting a lap out, but Zach probably not getting a lap he wanted either. And that's going to be that for quali for them. So strategies will play out. We'll have to see how those medium runners handle it. McLaren and the Mercs versus the Red Bull. But Minico looking strong in that McLaren this weekend through, so that's good for him. But it would be nice to see Boss Cookie come around and sweep a win. He's had the pace in the other races. He's had issues. So it would be nice to see Red Bull scoring some strong points again, but with Shazam and Alphanesis now at the helm and those Mercs, it's not going to be easy points. So we'll see. I expect everybody to be on softs towards the end here, so. Shazam makes it out first. Start off the parade. Cookie could always do well. You can't just say he ain't gonna do it. Man's got pace. He's won races. You never know. He's a random wild card. He can win races or he can bottle races. Cookie's not much of an in-between man, if you catch my drift, though. Then again, he finished 15th after, I think, all the disconnection issues and whatnot, so not the race he wanted, but did finish that one, so I'll give him that. Shazam on their way through, followed by, I believe, Boss Cookie and then Luciano. So, who's that behind? I believe that's Moo Moo. And then Deer Hunter, Taylor, and Minico. And Alphanesis in behind, so. And it looks like Veyron is just getting out of the pits now. So everyone looking at a run. Shazam about to start his run though, so. Both Alpines in Q3, yes. Yes, exciting times. Something's cheesy about Feta. I don't know what it is, but something odd going on there. Shazam on their way through, doing quite well through the corners. Mercedes giving them pretty decent traction through all the corners. Right to the wall, grabs that just bit of curb. Excellent. Looks pretty nice through castle section, gotta say. Little jump over the curb, but pretty good time overall. Better than I would produce, that's for sure. KP21's left, hopefully they can get themselves back in before the race start. Obviously a purple time going into it. Boss Cookie, I think, bows out of his run after maybe having some issues at a castle. He's probably just going to go and get more fuel. What does Shazam have? It's going to be a 38.5 to start us off. Luciano coming down next, but he's invalidated. Boss Cookie's invalidated. So that leaves us with Moo Moo next, I believe. Come on, Moo Moo, what you got? Has a 39.6 in the Alpine, not bad. We do have Taylor in behind. He's going to set himself into P2. And then Deer Hunter set himself into P3, so a bit of a gap already forming. What do we got for Minico? Minico's going to put it up right up top beside Shazam, so there's that. Now we got Supplier Raptor. I believe they're just getting their run started now. Where's Alphanesis? The two teammates that have been very close all weekend. We'll have to see what's going on. Alphanesis goes faster this time around, so good from him. Aaron's invalidated, so not great, but maybe maybe doesn't have enough fuel. He's probably just going to go into the pits and get ready for another run. I'm sure most of these drivers are just going to be looking at getting in another run towards the end of the session, but yeah, Veyron into the pits. I believe that should be Shazam into the pits. I wouldn't be surprised to see Luciano and the rest dive right into the pits, and then we'll have to wait for a restack before they all do it again. Fortunately, Boss Cookie not getting a lap time really down, but he might be able to have gone again. Lou goes P5 with his time. Boss Cookie goes P2, so he did have a time in the tank to produce, so he might want a little bit more, but he's still got time to make it around again, I believe. Might be out of fuel, though, so that's not good. Supply Raptor on his way through. That's a 39.7. So, who else is coming into the pits? I believe that's Deer Hunter into the pits. Alphanesis into the pits as well. Luciano, yeah. Out of fuel. Still a long way home. Hopefully he's got time to make it back out again. But, yeah, I can't quite see the time with, you know, the lap sector, so unfortunately, we'll have to see. Luciano also out of fuel, so these drivers are just struggling to get back to the pits. Luciano at least made his way back pretty quickly, all things considered, but Boss Cookie, yeah, none too fast. He's used all of his battery to get there. And that's speeding into the pits. Speeding into the pits. Just to try and get out and make another lap. Well, we kind of knew this was going to happen. Wait for the restack in the last 3 minutes for everyone to get back out there. Do have some cars coming out now, though. That's Mercedes. Is that Alphanesis getting back out there? I believe so. Luciano. Is that Taylor or Boss Cookie? Boss Cookie gets out there first. Other drivers are waiting pretty late to go, but there is time on the clock, so it's going to be a parade for the last group to come out now. As we see the parade of cars coming out now. And that looks like that's everybody else. Deer Hunter, Moo, Supply Raptor, Fayron. So yeah, everybody else is out there. Alphanesis, Lou, to Boss Cookie to start us off. This is the final run for all these drivers, essentially. They won't have time to make another run. What has happened to Supply Raptor? He's just getting out of the way for everybody? Doesn't want anything to do with it, wants to be the last car in queue. Alright then, that's fine. I don't know if any of these guys are going to try playing games. There's only a minute to make it to the line though. Right to the wall for Alphanesis, trying to grab everything, so doing very strong so far. A few let's goes to different drivers of Veyron and Zeno, so good on them. Like to see it in the chat, it's always nice. Some issues in sector 2 and 3, but they should get along. They got 30 seconds to make it to the line. They should be all fine and dandy, as everyone's probably made it to the line. Wrestling the car through every corner, but makes it so smooth, and it just grabs it and responds. Dives through the corner nicely, avoids all the curb on the entry. And what we have coming into the final sausage curbs here, jumps over them nicely, has no issue. Last chicane, and he's home free. What's the time coming down to the end? Doesn't really improve. It's very close to what their time was, so that's pretty much it. Luciano into the pits, bows out of it. So now it's down to Boss Cookie. What does Boss Cookie have? Will it be enough for the Red Bull to take it? It's gonna be enough this time around. That's gonna be a 28 flat, 069. Very nice time for Boss Cookie indeed. Minico's invalidated. Taylor pulling in behind. What does the other Red Bull have? Can it be enough to keep up with his teammate? That's a 28.273, so that's gonna be P2. So strong for him. Shazam into the pits. Deer Hunter comes across the line. That's a 29 flat. Put himself P6. Moo is invalidated. Supply Raptor on his run. Veyron only makes P9 in the Alpine, but Supply Raptor goes faster. So produces a P8 for the Alpha Tauri. P6 and P8, pretty good times for them, honestly. So Red Bull 1-2, Mercedes 3-4. We got a lone McLaren in P5. We got the P6 of Deer Hunter. We got Luciano, Supply Raptor, Moo, and Veyron as your top 10 going into the race. So fortunately, a few invalidations at the end kind of shook up the grid, but Red Bull came out on top of this qualifier. Hopefully they can stay on top for the race. Mercedes will be hounding them out of the gates, surely, but this will be an interesting one to start with. Anybody got any predictions in the chat? I like to send Boss Cookie. He's got the pace. See, I was telling you, you're all telling me he's a model, but Boss Cookie can do it. Don't let me down, buddy. You got this. You bottle, I'll look like an absolute idiot, but I do that anyhow, so it's all good. As the drivers are loading in fairly quickly by the looks of it. Come on, Ritzy. Come on, Valkyrie. I like to hear it in the chat. Who's got the race win? What's our podium looking like? What do we got? Oh, the driver's probably just taking a hot second to double look over their setup, readjust their wing, readjust their fuel, get their tire strategy sorted for the race. And we shall see. Still waiting on our formation lap, but we will get there. Let's take a look at our race director, see our top 20. So we do have Boss Cookie on the mediums. His teammate elected for the softs in Q2. The both Mercedes having the mediums. McLaren of Minico also on the mediums. Deer Hunter, Luciano, Supply Raptor, Moo and Veyron all on softs. So everybody else behind able to choose their tire here. We got Zach on the softs. Ferrari Nuts opted for the medium start. Toneless on the softs. Feta for the medium. So both McLarens looking at the same strategy. We got some softs from the Alfa Romeos. Softs from both of the Ferraris. Softs from both the Haas. And Aston Martin looks like Catra's going with an invert strategy from their teammate, which might be a safe bet considering wing damages and pit stops under a safety car here. Might be advantageous to be on that alternate strategy, but we'll see. 18 seconds until our start, till everyone will be forced to ready up and get going, and then we'll get on with this race. As they're getting on with our formation lap. Looks like we have one dead Alpine of Veyron on the grid. Maybe he was running off the washroom, didn't get back in time, but that's unfortunate. Wish they would pick one camera for all the drivers instead of different ones. Quali times, what was it, a 28.0 was the fastest. 138.069 by a Red Bull was our pole, so. Minico didn't get a lap in, but the Mercs got beat out by both Taylor and Boss Cookie in the final run by like 2-3 tenths. So, good on them so far. Everybody else still having a slot through. Looks like Moomoo's just an AI. Understandable. Bit of a gap back here, but Ferrari not trying to catch back up to the crowd. Might have had a spin considering he's from P12. Maybe the medium's not giving him quite the traction he was hoping for just yet, but it is formation lap, so has some time to get some heat in still. Alright. Let's find us a position for our 5 red lights here. As they're all finally lining up on the grid. Here we go, 5 red lights. And away we go for the realistic BRL Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Looks like both the Red Bulls get away well. There's a bit of squabbling in the back. We already have a car turned in behind, but the Red Bulls get away well. I'm not sure if there is wing damage. There's a 5-second penalty there, but is that a full... That's a VSC already. Not even 2 corners in a VSC. So we'll try and go back and see what happened there. I am honestly not quite sure what has happened there. There was some good contact. Oh. And that's Zach with no wing. So I'm not sure if he was the driver that got turned in behind, but that's not good for his race. So he's going to have to try and pit, or hopefully that VSC is still there. What has happened to Phantom? Toneless has no wing. Does Phantom have a wing? No, Phantom doesn't have a wing either. So Sprightly just holding himself composed with a few other drivers kind of limping themselves around. Catra's kept themselves safe. That's good so far. Ichigo is DNF'd. Oh my lord. And Mumu's left the session, so that is not what I would like. And yeah, his Ghost is probably going to get back into the pits, but that's going to be a full safety car at this point. That's going to bunch up the whole crowd. So the medium runners probably have the advantage here. Let's see, Luciano into the pits. Feta retires in the pits? What happened there? Where did Feta go? Where? Feta, why have you died? What happened? I want to know. Lots of drivers going in for wings. KP21, Phantom, Supply Raptor. So the Alpha's having to do a bit of a double stack. Zach getting himself back out there. But yeah, so Luciano sneaking in behind his teammate, swapping strategies for the medium. I'm unsure how that's going to pay out for the team, but Catra now ahead. I don't know what happened to Feta there. Ichigo died some way on his exit of Castle, and that's that. Mumu's gotten himself back in, so that's good at least. Bit of a delay to the race start, but in the end, looks like Alphanesis just got Taylor a little bit at the start there. So maybe Taylor will be able to get him back, but probably would have to wait until DRS. Maybe the softs will have the pace over the mediums. Seems like everyone's caught back up to the safety car, so I'm sure the next lap will be safety car in and we'll be back racing again. But still many laps left. 23 left to go. 22 by the time they get around again. One safety car down, one VSC technically. And a lot of wings. I'm sure the stewards are not going to be happy with some of these reports. I saw some drivers sort of weaving on the straight, maybe having some issues with traction caused some issues at the beginning for a few of the drivers. Deer Hunter doing well on the softs, hasn't lost any positions. His teammate has, unfortunately. So, pretty good for him. Seems a lot of whatever happened mostly to the back, because the top 7 or so are relatively safe. Safety car in this lap as we thought, so let's go. Ferrari nut P7. Can be done in the Williams. As Boss Cookie's gonna have to get us going. He's got the Mercs right there. He's trying to get a good line up for himself and maybe his teammate to get a run on them. Safety car is now into the pits. And Boss Cookie is gone. He's gotten a good jump on a few of the drivers behind, but they're all dumping to get ahead. Taylor makes the dive, and it's gonna be for P2 right there. Side by side, Taylor gets ahead on those soft compound tires. Minico looking at the back of those Mercedes, trying to get ahead on the medium tires, but looks like the Mercs not having the pace against the soft after the restart. Soft still having a lot of pace in it by the looks of it. Ferrari not holding on. Looks like Phantom's lost out. I don't know if he's had a collision with Deer Hunter in the back, but so far so good. Boss Cookie's opened up himself a bit of a gap. Taylor trying to close it in on his teammate though. And Phantom, I think, has lost his wing again into Castle, so that's not going to be helpful for his race. Supply Raptor looking for her move on KP21. Okay. Well, I think the lobby has just kicked me. I'll try and get us back in there, unfortunately. Looks like we had another safety car, so with that, that's going to change out the grid order again. You drivers jumping into the pits. Catra kind of being the big winner right now. P12 started out on those mediums all the way in the back, but has kept her nose clean. Phantom's retired as well, so I think that's in the pits. Had enough of it or had some sort of floor damage perhaps. KP21 carries on for Alfa Romeo, but yeah, very mixed up group at this point. Top 5 haven't moved a lot, but Ferrari Nut and Catra are our big winners. Zach but making his way back through after having wing damage at the start. His teammate, though, unfortunately having his miseries from earlier with no wing. Sprightly doing well with Mean Fern pitting. He'll be into the points for Haas, so it's a little early to count it straight points, but doing well, up a lot of positions in that Haas, so putting his nose in the right spots when need be, so there's that. Yeah, a lot of safety cars. I agree, Bailey. Or we might be looking at a lot of safety cars. Hopefully it's not quite that way, but Boss Cookie into the pits. Taylor into the pit. Was Taylor slowing up the grid to get not a delay from his teammate? Both the Mercedes continue on. Taylor comes out. Minico goes to the softs. I don't think softs can make it to the end, but maybe they're counting on another safety car at this rate, because let's face it, it's looking like a lot of safety cars for right now. Catcher's gone to the hards and pitted in there. I'm not sure the hards are the call, but then again, they will go to the end. Minico doing the Bailey strat. So is it swollen brain or no brain, Bailey? Well, which one is it? Yeah, but unfortunately we've lost out Luciano and Phantom, Feta, and Ichigo so far, so that's not good. Small brain with big brain in our minds. Well, that's good. As long as it's big brain in somebody's mind, that's good, right? I'd like to have more to talk about, but not a whole lot to say behind a safety car. Sprightly, kind of the bandit of the safety car right now. In theory, 17 more safety cars, and this is P5. So you actually gonna co-com, Bailey? Make sure you include your audio, but welcome. I gotta turn up your audio quick. No, it's just my own personal thing. There we go.
Alright, here, let me turn up my Xbox so I can actually join the session. Alright.
This is the man that offered to commentate, but here he is, lap 7, decides to show up, so I'll take it, I guess.
Yeah,
Somebody's better than nothing, so I'm not gonna cry about it now.
I could have been racing, but, you know, got home kinda a little bit late.
Does happen. That's life.
Yep.
Oh, and Shazam
life.
is into a wall.
Wait, what?
Was that contact pushing him into the wall, or was that something else? He's Austin Powers himself in Castle.
Oh.
He's getting himself back out.
Doesn't.
That's wing damage and going to screw up the strategy for Mercedes. So safety car in this lap, perhaps, and if so, that's going to be just even more crucial against Shazam. So
Drop an invite.
Red Bulls could do it. Safety car in this lap.
What tires did Shazam's
And
on?
Shazam is on mediums, and
Ooh.
it's that's not gonna be good.
Yep. Hey, need invite.
As Alphanesis gets away with our group, think he's gone now. Ferrari not P2. Zach P3 as they're all going into the corner. One by one. Sprightly, oh, I don't know if that was contact or if he lost it, but Boss Cookie's going to inherit that position. Sprightly around and losing a lot of pace and a lot of time, unfortunately. That's going to be pretty much all the positions that they made. So Haas up into P4, now down into P15, unfortunately. Deer Hunter getting the move done on Veyron, having the medium tires to fight with, but Toneless making moves on KP21. KP21 losing out to Supply Raptor as well. So, a few battles going on.
Oh, it's gonna take a bit.
It's, yeah.
Oh.
Takes a bit to load into the game and into the lobby there, Bailey. It's
Yep.
gonna, yeah.
Love the old gen.
Boss Cookie hounding down Zach the Beast, but won't have the RS to get him. But on those hard tires, will he have the pace to get those overtake done? I don't know. Their tires can't go to the end on those mediums. They're much older, but they've inherited all those positions from safety car, and another safety car could still pay out for them, so. Alphanesis has gotten a big 3-second gap from trailing Williams in P2. Zach looking at a move, goes for it, and that's going to be P2 for the Ferrari. Alphanesis setting a new fastest lap, but Zach into P2, but incoming
Oh my
Boss
God.
Cookie to dive down the inside on the hard tires and then defend the inside again into turn 2. So Boss Cookie up into another position there, and Taylor is going to inherit his way through as well. So looks like in tandem, the Red Bulls making their way through. Ferrari not losing out another position to Deer Hunter, as the Williams not quite having the pace. Mumu making a move around Ferrari, but Ferrari defending well through the corners. Deer Hunter getting ahead and away from him, but Mumu is going to be through Ferrari as well, as now Veyron looking for a shot at the Williams driver. So just kind of being swallowed up by the crowd.
Yep. Ferrari not dropping really fast as Veyron goes into the back of him. Bit of contact right before the castle section. Yeah, I don't think Ferrari will be up here for very long.
No, he's kind of struggling in the overpace of all the other cars. Alphanesis running away from Boss Cookie. He's got a 4-second gap. Taylor and Boss Cookie are going to have to figure their way out to close in that gap as a team. But Zach in P4 doing well. Deer Hunter a little bit back from him in P5, really well from the Alpha Tauri. So pretty strong so far. The second strongest team out there would be Alpine, besides the Red Bulls ahead. So there is that to note for the constructor standings.
Yeah, okay, so Alpha still has the box, so he has to potentially go to the softs or even the hards, depending on him. Everyone else can make it except for Ferrari Nut. Yeah.
Everybody but Ferrari Nut can make it to the end. That's an interesting one. Same with Alphanesis, both needing to pit. Hopefully a safety car or something is what that's, I guess, their plan, but Boss Cookie doesn't need to do anything. He can go right to the end, same with Shazam. But
Yep.
Castro trying to fight Ferrari Nut on the outside. It breaks a little bit deeper than Ferrari Nut and just misses the wall. And Ferrari Nut now losing out to maybe Meanfern for that last point at this point. So
Yeah, for not dropping like a fly, but what an outstanding move from Katra, going around the outside. Not sure what corner number that is, but yeah, pretty good move from Aston Martin.
It's a good move. It's so far been a pretty solid race for a lot of them once they are going, but there's a bit of a gap forming already. Mumu and Veyron have a bit of a gap. Shazam trying to make his way through the crowd, but has a ways to go.
Not sure what happened a minute ago. I just noticed he's in last. I remember he pitted, but not sure what happened.
I'm sure he pitted for some reason, was on the softs to the end, and then went to the medium, so maybe jumped into the pits again to do a double stop, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I did get disconnected at one point, which doesn't help me figure out what happened, but...
Yep.
Deer Hunter closing in. No battery on Zach, but does have the wing wide open. Zach does a bit of a defensive maneuver, but he's still going to have Deer Hunter for company.
Both of them do not have battery. Both flashing.
No.
Very low on battery. Oh, they are 10%. They're below 10%. Here comes Deer Hunter DRS wide open. Will he choose the inside? He goes to the inside of Zach and will get the move done easily with the AlphaTauri straight line speed.
Mumu closing in while all this is going on. So Mumu on a charge, not wanting to give it up in that Alpine. Teammate trying to close in pretty good considering they're on the hards, but yeah. Oh, Taylor or Boss Cookie goes deep, really deep on the hards.
Very deep. Got
That's going to be a
3.
3-second time penalty, and Deer Hunter's just going to inherit that position from Boss Cookie. Oh, a light tap, I think, from Zach and Boss Cookie, but so far so good.
Oh, another tap. Oh, into the wall. That's not. Oh my god, that's damage. Huge damage.
And Boss Cookie's got no wing. That's huge damage. Yeah.
Huge. Oh, that is not good for Cookie. On the hard tires too.
The whole race has come undone for Taylor or for Cookie. It's all up to Taylor. He's catching Alphanesis up front. Deer Hunter kind of running away in that AlphaTauri, but will it be enough?
I was gonna say Mumu had superior battery to Deer Hunter and Zach. Well, now there's a gap. There's a huge gap between the two. And then Cookie went off, so that ruined that battle.
Yeah. Katra getting ahead of Veyron, as this is a three-way fight between Cookie, Veyron, and Katra.
Cookie
Infern coming through as well. So, Boss Cookie out, but still a three-way fight. Katra just the girl to drive down that inside line. Has it on Meanfern into turn 1. Turn 2 just has to follow Veyron through, but has DRS and has a lot of battery to play with, so
Raptor going for
definitely
move.
looking to try and get ahead.
Raptor going down the inside of Meanfern, going into turn number 3. Slots right in.
Oh, Supply Raptor
Oh.
barely misses the back of Katra and almost hits the wall trying to recover the car. Meanfern dives down the inside, so Meanfern going to hold on to that position, but whew, that was a close call for Supply Raptor.
Yeah, would have been a
Good save.
would have been a pretty easy dive, but got on the power a bit too early, got a bit too eager, lost the back end, and Meanford slots, or gets right past.
Oh, the curb sends them a little bit deep, Supply Raptor, but
Friday.
saves it from the wall. Katra has to go out from the escape to
Oh,
avoid the
no.
wall. Saves the car, though, and has to continue on, so not a total hurt of a race, but definitely did not help.
Yeah, all that work undone. Now back down to P11. Bit of a comeback drive was going on, and then it's just a slight mistake on the brakes and had to go straight off.
Hey, at least she saved it. That's good at least. There could be still a safety car or something else to pull her back in. We've seen a lot of these 5-lap shootouts in the realistic so far, so I wouldn't be surprised here at Baku.
Yeah. Mumu's in.
Mumu into the pits. Did he have wing damage? Is that why? I'm guessing so.
Possibly. I don't have audio right now, so I didn't. Yeah, he
It looks
did.
like it's wing damage, so
I didn't see correctly then. Going out of esports corner, I swear I saw him hit the wall. I didn't hear it though because I don't have my other headset on.
but Supply Raptor finally getting around Meanfern into turn 2.
Yeah, good stuff from the AlphaTauri.
Ferrari not still holding in the points though, P8. Everybody else having issues. As long as Ferrari not can hold it out, it's not bad.
Yeah, everyone else is quite spread out right now.
It's quite a gap. Taylor's still closing it down to Alphanesis, now down to 2 seconds. So Taylor's not out of this fight yet. The top two are still closing it into one another. Deer Hunter a bit off the pace, but like in a world of his own, happily in P3. Probably the best place to be for an AlphaTauri driver right now. Zach trying to close into the back of it, but 3 seconds out. So, but even still, Zach's about in his own world with Veyron being a little bit off. So we'll have to see.
Yep. Nothing really to say. Not gonna lie.
Well, Ferrari Nut can still hold on to the back of Meanfern, but it seems to have just lost it. Meanfern might have DRS against Supply Raptor.
Does not look like it.
Does not.
Yeah. Got very spread out very quickly.
Considering they had 2 safety cars, and yeah, they were all together. It's now all spread apart. That's pretty much that. Boss Cookie and Minico fighting it out now.
Alright, let's see. I'm not sure what Zach will do, because yeah, he's been on the mediums basically the whole race, so he has to nurse his tires a bit to get to the end.
Minico making Boss Cookie have to work for it into turn 3. But Boss Cookie does get around on Minico's older medium tires. But you are right, Zach's going to have to figure out something. He's lucky he's got Veyron to kind of cork all the other drivers behind and able to still pull a gap on those hards, but he's not making a whole lot of headway against Deer Hunter, so...
Yep, Shazam got past Katra. I was about to say Friday, but yeah. Now Shazam back up in the P10. Gonna make his way up. Oh, that's Raptor gone. No.
I think you can get them back in here, but yeah. Unfortunately that's
Raptor.
Not gonna help their run. Meanfern probably gonna get around them with DRS, but we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Supply Raptor joined, so quick DC, quick back in, hopefully.
Shazam already has DRS on Toneless. Let's see if he'll go for a move going into 1. Yellow flag. Ooh, will that be a safety car?
That's Sprightly. Sprightly's out, and that's a safety car, and Toneless
wow.
holds on to his position as Shazam has to back out of it due to safety car. And Meanfern gets the position done on Supply Raptor before a safety car, so 2 drivers able to swap it out just before the end. Minico in the pits all ready to get those softs going, so hoping to beat some other drivers in the pits. And that's their play. Unfortunately for Sprightly, that's the end of their race. Both Haas out here today. That's not what they would want, but...
This plays perfectly for Alpha. He can go on to softs and just go to the end. Safety car is gonna take 2-3 laps to get in. That's perfect for Alphanesis.
Well, all the top runners still need a pit, except for his teammate, essentially. Katra could probably make it to the end. Raptor might look at continuing on. Toneless might continue at continuing on. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to say. I can imagine a lot want to get onto the softs and have pace to the end, but track position is gonna be handy as well.
It's, yeah. The softs die out pretty quickly too, especially with grip. They last around 6 laps in terms of grip. Wow. In terms of grip. But okay, so Alphanesis is in, so is Taylor. Let's see what Deer Hunter will do. The front 2 are going to go into softs, that's for sure. Will this be a bold decision? Deer Hunter stays out.
He was thinking about it for a moment.
Zach is in.
I saw it. Zach is in, yeah. Alphanesis on his way out. So Deer Hunter.
Taylor went back onto mediums.
Oh, maybe he doesn't like the idea of softs to the end.
Yeah, he doesn't think the softs are going to be grippy enough. Zach onto softs. That's understandable. Greenfern in, Raptor in, Ferrari in, Thomas is in. Friday.
Veyron to mediums.
Gatra stays out. Feeling for track position.
Greenfern to softs. Supply Raptor to softs. We have kind of a mixed group of those that saying the softs ain't gonna make it. Some that say mediums are best route. Some that saying pace is king. Softs go, go, go.
Yeah.
So yeah, we good, BWO, don't you worry. I'm not sure how much room we... Well, then again, we probably have room with all the people that have left at this point, but still.
Yeah. This is going to be a very interesting final couple laps, final 8 or so laps, depending on when safety car comes in. Especially with how mixed it is.
So Deer Hunter is just going to try and hold them up and hold this position. Oh. I don't know if the play is worth it, but...
Yeah, they're going for track position and for the better tires at the end, as the softs do kind of lose grip pretty quickly.
Deer Hunter on those 9-lap mediums, though.
Yeah, not sure. And Catcher as well with 8 laps. Mumu with 6. Not sure how they're gonna do.
In theory, as long as they don't get jumped off the hop, who knows, maybe the backing up from their mediums will cause an accident and then they're safe. I don't know what the thought process is there. I don't know.
Oh, it should be a good final couple laps.
Deer Hunter, you gotta stay close enough to that safety car there, bud.
Right, no one is in the red for fuel. That's good. Yeah, right now it's... I wouldn't say it's as worse as last season. Last season we had around 5, 6 safety cars, I think. I don't know, something like that. But we barely raced. This season,
well,
it's not as bad.
It's not over yet, Bailey.
That's
don't count
true.
them out yet.
That's true. Still got a good 10 laps. Maybe 2 more safety cars possible. I forgot the limit number, but...
I think we're already at 3 or 4 with 1 VSC, so...
I think it's 1 or 2 more, something like that.
Yeah, we're right down to that line at this point, so...
Yep, safety car's gonna take another lap, so this is gonna be even better for the soft runners. As long as they don't keep scrubbing the tires, it's gonna be pretty good for them with the less amount of laps.
So far, Ferrari, our lead constructor for current standings as it's sitting.
Wow.
Number 2 would be Alpine, but nobody else has really any teammates in sight. Boss Cookie out of the point still. So, Shazam out of the point still.
Yeah, they got a bit of work to do. Okay. So, with the final few laps, who should we keep an eye on?
I would have to say Alphanesis and Taylor. I don't know if Taylor can make that move around Alphanesis on the mediums, but we'll have to see. I'm guessing it's going to be a late move for that one if the softs are to die out.
Yep.
Other than that, Katra and Deer Hunters is definitely the ones to watch on their tires. Same with Mumu, I think.
Ooh. Oh, I just noticed Veyron is on fresh mediums.
Same with Taylor. Yeah, they're the 2 to watch for the end.
This is probably going to be really spicy.
Safety car still not in.
It should be in next lap. Yep. Oh, Friday's in. Catcher's in. She's gonna go on softs. Giving up track position. Ooh.
I mean, it's not a bad idea waiting for the last lap to get onto the softs.
Oh, Mumu was on it too.
Try to give themselves a little bit more comfort on the softs.
Yeah. Alright, well, now we're down to 3 medium runners.
Here, Hunter, you gotta stay close to the safety car. There, bud. You don't, it's just gonna keep doing laps, so...
It's max of 4 laps. So we're gonna be in this lap.
Should be, yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, not a whole lot going on. Typically, another safety car, that'll do it.
Yeah. From what I've seen, there've been good bit of comebacks, good bit of bottles. Zach mainly, no front wing at the very what is it? He didn't have a front wing on lap 1, is now P4. Veron
Yep.
too, or not Veron, was he? I forgot.
I think Veyron did have some wing damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Mean Fern had wing damage later in the race and is already up to P6, so good on them so far.
Yeah. Ryan still in the top 10. Very impressive from the Williams.
But, Deer Hunter P1? Interesting turnaround.
Let's see how hard he will defend this. I know he will defend very hard. I've raced against him.
Well, he gets to lead the pack in, so I don't think he's too worried about being overtaken until at least turn 2, 3, but
Plus, Avatari straight
we'll
line
have to
speed.
see.
So he's gonna have a good bit of defense on him.
Yeah, that's true. If he can get a good run on them, though. But I don't know. It's going to be hard. They're all lining it up.
Let's see if he can
Then will
catch.
Deer Hunter go.
He's gonna try and catch Alpha off guard.
Well, he has all the way until the line, so he might as well not shoot himself in the foot by going early.
Yeah.
Take it all the way to the line. Make it hard for them to overtake him.
Oh my god. Oh, he's going now.
And he's gone.
Like they're behind. Oh my god.
And Alphanesis is going to get chewed up. It's a three-way fight.
Taylor down the
Taylor
inside.
goes deep for the dive.
Almost got the move done. Went a bit deep. Zach remains in P4. Alphanesis remains in P2. Yellow flag behind was gone off. Cookie.
That's Boss Cookie off.
Cookie gone off again. Catch as well. Catcher does not have a front wing. No.
No.
Oh, pain.
Late strategy for Katra has not paid out. Being at the back to avoid any issues. It's not paid out for her, unfortunately.
Yeah, Deer Hunter remains in the lead. Alphanesis is right behind him. Most likely gonna wait for the main straight to go for an overtake. Oh, bit of contact.
Oh, a little touch. A little kiss to the rear diffuser.
Alpha has a lot of grip in him, so very desperate to get by him. Again, we don't have DRS until the lap after this lap, or yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Cookie gets past Atomic Death for P13, but not to look for that right now. Deer Hunter still remains in the lead.
Alphanesis is just hounding him, but Taylor ain't letting it go either, so...
And here comes the ERS dumping. Alpha with the slipstream. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he's gonna get the move done.
Maybe not.
Oh,
Him and Deer are kind of like neck and neck. Deer just holds his line.
Deer's flashing. He has run out of deployment on this lap. Side by side going into one. Deer Hunter will remain in
He
the
still
lead.
has it, though.
Alpha needs to go for the switchback. Nope. Gonna try around the outside. Oh, he's gonna go for the.
Deer Hunter defends that
Taylor's gotten
line.
past. Wait, I didn't know.
But Taylor's ahead of Alphanesis.
He
And
snuck
now
his way
Taylor's
past.
going to try and look.
Ooh. Will he go for the move? No, he won't. Too far back. Oh, they're side by side. Oh, Taylor's
Oh,
won.
Taylor's
No.
lost it.
Taylor, too eager on the throttle, has gotten around. Minico is ghosted. I'm not sure what happened to him.
I'm not quite sure. It's not wing damage, it seems, so it's avoided anything serious.
Not a good day for Red Bull. More front wing damage. Who's gotten front wing damage?
Deer Hunter holding his line, holding himself. This could be a podium for Ferrari. If Zach can hold it together, Veyron's still hounding the back of him, but on those mediums might not have the pace to get the overtake done.
Cookie once again doesn't have a wing, but back to the front. Yep. Alpha right up his shelf. Would he retire on track? Oh my god.
Safety car.
What?
And Boss Cookie is out of this race.
This is not a good day for Red Bull.
So we'll have 3 laps with no DRS, and this might pan out for Deer Hunter?
Potentially. But
can Deer Hunter hold this out? Can the AlphaTauri win in realistic? Is this a dream come true? Is it all possible?
Dude.
Or will he be undone by the final lap?
He's gonna have to defend for his life in these final 3 or so laps.
He can recharge a lot of battery. He can dump for the last 2 for his life.
Yeah. Supply Raptor is in. Not sure if it's damage or just preferring the better tires. KP! Oh, KP's up in the P7 in Alfa Romeo. Oh my days, what is going on?
Drivers jumping on to new softs.
Yeah, wow, this is a very interesting race. Oh, this gives another chance for Friday to get back up, or for Katja to get back up there.
It does. Gives pretty much every driver still a chance at points. There's P10 is oh so close for so many drivers.
Yeah.
So right now Williams has points, could be double points if something else happens there. I don't even know what to say about AlphaTauri. Like, what do you got going on here?
AlphaTauri looking like the main Xbox. Wow, looking like the main Red Bull team right now.
Zach holding on to P3. Alphanesis has been up there the whole time. Can Alphanesis steal the win at the end? Had's pretty much been at the front for a lot of the race, but
yeah. Alpha has to sneak his way past, I think, in order to get past, especially with the straight line speed of the AlphaTauri.
But yeah, you're right. KP21, P7. Hopefully they can hold out a point towards the end, but fighting Ferrari, not Taylor, and Supply Raptor, so that's not exactly an easy crew to go through, but we'll see.
Oof. It's gonna be a very interesting final few laps. Oh, Shazam has made his way back up. I'm okay. I'm kind of slow today.
For the chat, yes, Deer Hunter Boss Cookie has finished races this season.
He finished Imola.
15th at Imola.
Yep. Wait, does he have no points?
No, he does have some points. I think.
Oh, from the sprint race.
Yeah, the sprint races and whatnot, but.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not been a great season for Boss Cookie.
Not very good. Who's leading championship? Driver champ? I don't even know the points and I race in this tier.
Come on, Bailey.
I don't pay attention enough.
Taylor's in the lead with 48.
Ah.
And we have Shazam at 45 and Chandler at 42. But Chandler's not here, so a lot on the table.
Chandler.
The next person down is Ferrari with 25, so there's a 17-point gap from the top 3. So with Chandler not being here and Taylor kind of binning it and Shazam binning it, this has been like kind of beneficial to Chandler as long as they don't score big points. But Shazam is P5, optionally maybe more, so in that sense, not so great. But
oh wait, what?
Shazam?
Oh, Zach is left
5 second?
Oh, what is going on? I'm not sure how he got that. Under yellow flat here, I'm gonna look at race director.
Can you get Zach back in? Or,
Yeah, I already invited him. 5-second time.
Oh, Zach gets a 5 second for ignoring yellow flags while under Ghost.
I'm not sure about I don't know if this is a glitch, but
I don't know. Veyron was poking his nose through, and then all of a sudden a penalty popped up. Either way, I'm sure
it's for
Stewart's gonna remove something like that. Yeah.
Potential glitch because they probably picked up Delta because that's how this game is. But yeah, most likely should get that taken off.
Yeah. It's not a big deal. Thank you, Codemasters. This is the shit we want fixed for the next game. EA, come on, let's go. Safety car is in.
Here we go.
Safety car is in. Deer Hunter is going to do his wiggle waggling all the way down the straight to wait for the safety car to come in. Give these guys no chance to attack. You got 3 laps, Deer Hunter.
Defend like a lion. I want to see this out.
Yeah, I don't want to see no Esteban kitten out there. I want to see. I want to see a big Alonso lion out there.
Looks like he's gonna go late again, just like last restart.
You know, it's not a bad idea. He's just trying to make sure he's got the best of it, and he can go right at the line. Zach's gonna pull into the pits because of the AI.
Oh.
So that's gonna destroy his race, unfortunately.
Shazam just went down the inside of Veyron. Didn't get the move done though. Oh wow, huge snap from someone behind. I don't know who that was though.
They're all one by one. Oh,
spun.
Someone's lost out.
Oh, Raptor has spun around. And Moo.
And Raptor and Moo have spun, and that's gonna just destroy their chance. Katra now into points.
Let's go,
So
Katra.
much has happened. Alphanesis poking at Deer Hunter, wanting to get ahead, not wanting to be held up. Alphanesis gets ahead.
Oh, that's a pretty grip of the soft tires.
Deer Hunter can maybe hold up Veyron. His mediums must be dead, but
Yeah,
what a
laps.
valiant effort towards the end here. Veyron trying to look at a line at Deer Hunter, so
Yeah, Deer Hunter is not looking very good with the 16-lap-old mediums. Veyron is right behind him. Shazam right too there.
Alphanesis closed out a whole second already, so those medium tires are hurting bad. Veyron looking at the move, dumping with ERS.
Not
Deer
sure
Hunter's
about
going to push him
this.
low.
Oh, contact.
Oh, light contact, but Deer Hunter makes it through.
Shazam right there, around the outside of Veyron. Up into P3. Let's see if he can get the move completely done and up into P2. Dumping all his battery. He has a slipstream. Deer Hunter flashing already.
Yep, Shazam on his way through. Taylor on the way through of Mean Fern. Katra on the
Go
way
for it,
through
Veyron.
Ferrari Nut.
Go for it, Veyron. Going to go around the outside. Still there. Oh, bit of contact. Here comes Taylor down the inside of Veyron into turn 2. Will he complete the move? More contact between the two. Veyron sticks it
Just
around the
stuck.
outside. Oof.
Just stuck kind of between. Oh,
he's
my,
gonna go for it
left
again.
and right. They're all darting left and right. Come on, game. Give me a better camera angle than that.
Oh, bit of contact
Oh,
between
tap.
Taylor and Deer Hunter. Veyron still side by side with Deer Hunter, and he will get. Oh, what a dive
Oh.
from Taylor on Deer Hunter. Oh, bit
He
of
had to
contact.
get out of it.
Mean Fern up at the
He was
P5.
going to hit the back.
Holy
He's going to give
moly.
him a position to Mean Fern and Minico.
Veyron back up into P3. Minico up into
Contact
P. Oh,
between
side by side
Minico
between
and
Taylor.
Mean
More
Fern.
contact. Oh my god, we're tripping over each other.
Taylor's. Oh my god, this is so much scrumming fighting
So
everywhere.
much is
Taylor's
going
just
on.
fighting the whole crowd between Minico, Deer Hunter, Mean Fern, and Veyron all at one time, essentially.
Oh my god. Merc 1-2 right now.
Mercedes 1-2, it's the dream they need. It's what Shazam needs for his championship run. This could be a big deal. Taylor not making the points needed today, Chandler not here. This could be a big points gain for Shazam for the championship, so.
Yeah, well, that was a lot of action for one lap. We were tripping over each other. Taylor right on the back of Mean Fern. Right now, Mean Fern has a superior battery, but Taylor with the better car. Let's see. Oh, bit of contact there, I think. Yeah.
That was a little bit of contact. They're
Taylor should
trying to
get right
push each
past.
other through.
Yep.
ERS enabled.
Taylor right back up into P5 after his little mistake. A couple laps to go. Let's see if he can catch Deer Hunter, which he should be able to. Deer Hunter is struggling on his 18-lap mediums.
Deer Hunter just has to hold out 2 more laps, but what a drive from the Alpha Tower. If he can come over the line, scoop up some good points, it's definitely going to be the talk of this race. So
Both Taylor and Deer Hunter have below 10% battery blinking. Yeah, this is on the straight line speed at this point, and DRS.
Yeah, but can Deer Hunter hold out? Because if Taylor slips through, it's just Mean Fern and Minico in behind, which is equally as just bad. So
yeah, Taylor has to get past Deer Hunter this lap if he wants a chance on the podium. Obviously, with the superior grip of the softs, he can probably get. Ooh, okay, kind of questionable there. Deer Hunter went a bit defensive, but slided right back up.
defensive into Castle, like anybody can go too wide through there. I'm not quite sure either.
Oh, they're gonna be side by. Ooh, bit of contact, side by side.
Contact, but Taylor's through.
Taylor has a chance at this podium. Needs the lap
2
of a
seconds
god.
out.
Yeah. Very, very big chance here for Taylor.
He won't have DRS, but could still possibly close it in. You're on a bit off. Can Deer Hunter rake it back in with DRS on Taylor, though?
Possibly can. Alpha has really good straight line speed. Oh, he's gaining and gaining. Minico past Meanfern. Catcher as well. Deer Hunter does not get the move done.
Deer Hunter has him on DRS. If it's just enough on this one, maybe he can get the position back.
Yep, Catcher.
Meanfern having an issue. Catcher up into P7.
Yeah.
Onto the back of these guys now as Deer Hunter's got DRS on Taylor. Taylor dumping everything he can.
Drinking too much. I don't think Taylor has this podium.
Oh.
Pit lane.
Pit lane. I believe that's Zach just retiring in pits if he got back in. So out of the points, unfortunately, with that disconnection. Toneless making his way into points after Supply Raptor having a bit of an issue. And KP21 on the charge to try and get some points at the end. Supply Raptor having more issues. Maybe he has some floor damage or something like that. But,
Minico does not have a front wing. Oh my god, he catches up in the B6. Minico hit the wall at the castle section. He does not have a front wing.
Does not have a front wing at all. He's going to be under threat from Meanfern.
Went to the wall again. Oh, Minico's out.
Minico is out. That is points on the table for the remaining drivers. KP21, Toneless.
Go to the front.
Just need to come across the line, and it's going to be points for Alpha. A double points finish for Williams. But looks like Alphanesis is going to have a pretty easy win to the end. Big old 4-second gap to their name. Shazam will probably have that 5-second penalty removed after the fact, but comes down over the line. Aaron for P3, and Taylor P4, Deer Hunter P5, Catra into P6, Mean Fern P7, Ferrari P8, Helmless should be P9, and KP21 should be P10 to finish out your race.
Oof, what a Grand Prix.
10 DNFs, 10 finishers,
Wow.
points for everybody that finishes.
Oh, that was a race and a half. Jeez. Double points for Williams. An Alpine podium.
Well, I think that was because of the time glitch, so I'm not sure. I think that's still a Mercedes 1-2.
Yeah, most likely. But still, Baron finished P3, so that is a podium. Driver of the day goes to Catra.
It would be an Alpine P3 podium, and Catra in what, P6?
Yeah.
Towards the end?
Whew, from P19. Wow, what a drive. A lot of comeback drives today.
A lot of comeback drives. A lot of DNFs, unfortunately, between a lot of our drivers, but I think we'll have to get Alphanesis, Shazam, and Veyron in here.
I don't have any of them added. Yeah, wow. So, double Williams points, very good for that team. Alfa Romeo points as well, with KP in P10. Comeback drive from Catra.
Points is points, so.
Comeback drive from Catra, from Veyron, from Shazam too as well. Yeah. Wow. Oof.
Just waiting to get all the drivers in here, but
You say something? What's it called? It was in a safety car. I have a clip of it. I was behind, I believe it was Mainfern, one of the Ferraris, and he literally like disappeared. And like when he reappeared, he joined like he was behind me, and it started the countdown that I had to like give the position back. So I got a clip to get my penalty removed. Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we expected it to be something stupid like that, so it's not that big a deal. But we figure with that penalty removed, you'll be up in a P2 anyhow. So
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you got a podium.
there we
Veron
go.
Goat
Got
IMO.
our 1-2. Do we have Alphanesis? Does Alphanesis do? Yes. So we have everybody. Excellent. Bailey, do you want to start us off with podium interviews, or?
Yeah, sure. So I assume Veron will be P3 after the removal of Shazam's
Yes.
podium. Alright, so, Veron, is this your first realistic race?
Yes.
Alright, well, with your first realistic race and your first podium in the Alpine in my car, tell us about your race.
Um, uh, Qualifying was fine. Started in a normal position. The race was just as I expected, very chaotic, and I knew that just being able to stay out of much trouble as possible would result in a great position. Even though that safety car probably did not help me at the very end, I think I would have. I mean, I still think P3 was the maximum I could probably achieve, but I it probably would have been more comfortable if that last safety car didn't come out with me being on the mediums and everybody else being on softs. I was really hoping people at the end of the race would suffer on the softs, but the mediums were pretty good at the end of that race, and I don't know, I just stayed out of trouble even though I had wing damage at the beginning. At the end, I guess I clutched up, I guess.
Yeah, fantastic drive from you.
Thank you.
Yeah, P3 and on debut too, on an Alpine too. So, very impressive. Wrath, do you have any questions for Veron?
Uh, I just don't know if they're gonna come see me again come tier 2. So just want to know if I'll see you again for that podium interview or not.
We'll have to see.
Well, that's about it for me. But yeah, good race for you. Good race
you.
for Alpine. So good on you.
Yep.
But next, I do believe we have Shazam for P2. So pretty good to have the 1-2. Good for your drivers' championship. How are you feeling after that one? Considering it was a bit of a recovery drive, a lot of mix up with safety cars and whatnot. But yeah, what was that for you?
Uh, I was like chilling in second, I think in the second safety car, and then I'm literally everyone and their grandmas saw me horizontal at the freaking castle section. I don't know, so I just threw on hards and like just kept my head down, and I don't know, everything played out like pretty much perfectly, and I ended up getting second, so that was cool.
Well, I'm glad you were able to make that kind of recovery drive. It is pretty nice to go from such a good state to a bad state back to a good state again. So good on you. Anything you wanted to ask Bailey, or?
Uh, well, I already asked my question. Actually, I don't know if it was included in the stream, but how'd you get your 5 seconds? I know you already told me, but not sure if it was included on the stream.
Um, I think it was me and Fern or one of the Ferraris. I have a clip too, and I think Hoop's gonna publish it for me or not, but
Hmm.
he was in front of me in the last safety car, and then all of a sudden just disappeared and ended up like reappearing behind me, and it started like a countdown. And I like
Yeah.
even tried getting back to position, but I think he was confused as well, so then I ended up getting the 5 second.
Well, I think it was because he got DC'd. He was into AIs. The AI was trying not to take the position, which didn't help. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Bad game, IMO.
yeah. Hopefully the next one's better. But on to our race winner for our 1-2 Mercedes here is Alphanesis, and How was that race for yourself there, sir? You were up there for pretty much most of it, but Deer Hunter kind of blocked you on the safety car when the next one came out, and it was a bit of a fight for it. So how was that?
Yeah, I sort of feel like a flashback in the old AlphaTauri days fighting against Mercedes. Anyways, excellent result for Mercedes. They won 2, and I think that's a first win for me. The closest being Jeddah last season with Minico. But yeah, good recovery from the team after a struggle as a start, and yeah, the key was just keeping it clean and hoping that luck would go our way, and I think that happened. So we kept our nose clean, and yeah, we just got to the top.
Well, that was an excellent drive from you. I'm glad to see you up there with a win. It's good to fight for it for so long and finally get it, so congratulations for you there. And I think that's relatively the end of our BRL stream here tonight. Thank you one and all for coming out, and thank you to all the drivers for coming out. Be safe, everyone, and have yourself a good night.